Okay, I'm here with Richard Legendre, the Executive Vice President of the Montreal Impact. Richard, how are things been going so far this year with your start at Olympic Stadium?
Well, actually, it's an amazing year. Very exciting with the first games we've had at the Olympic Stadium. We all know about the record that we beat with 58,000. But even more than that, I would say the performance from our team. You know, it's the very first year in the MLS. It's a big jump for us, and we're very pleased to see the result on the field. We would like more wins, but I think our team is performing very well. We're part of that league, and we're competing with all the teams we've been playing against. So on the field, it's exciting with the reception from the fans as well. And of course, there's the Sapporo Stadium that we're building right now. That's also a big challenge, but very exciting.
I think the key thing with the Sapporo Stadium is you've got to be patient. You don't want to rush it. You know that you're lucky you have Olympic Stadium, so that's the key word, right?
Exactly. It's a great combination. I mean, to have the luxury to be able to play here at Olympic Stadium 6 games and then start at the Sapporo Stadium on June 16. I mean, no places in the world can have that combination, you know, side by side, to have a stadium in the future at Sapporo with 20,000 seats, but yet at the same time having the Olympic Stadium with 55,000 more. You see, we're supposed to play games in March every year, so it could be very well that, you know, the first games we always play them here at the Olympic Stadium, because Sapporo Stadium in March is going to be a little risky, a little cold, and so it's a great tradition. The Montreal Expos were doing it. You know, the opening game was always a big success.
Yeah.
So to play 1 or 2 games here every year and then to follow with the Sapporo Stadium, it's a tough combo to beat.
Yeah, and it works with the Alouettes. Every year they know in the playoffs when the weather gets bad, they play there. So it's a good mixture.
And I think people need to rediscover a little bit the Olympic Stadium. You know, we've had the crowds 58,000. Of course, the ambiance is great, but we've had also crowds of 19,000, 23,000, and the ambiance was good as well.
Yeah.
So the Olympic Stadium works well for soccer. That's another thing. The sport here, the sport of soccer, is very well served by the Olympic Stadium. So for us, it's very encouraging to start our season in the MLS this way.
There's a lot of work to be done because you just got a franchise. So there's a lot of work to the community, and it's probably going to take some time. It was tough this year. The first year, a lot of things being done. Next year's off season will be a lot easier, perhaps.
Yes, and absolutely. It's interesting. When we did a survey about a few months ago, and we asked the population, you know, you think it's a good idea that the Impact goes into the MLS? 90% of the population said, yes, good idea to go into the MLS. And then the same 90% was saying, well, we don't know much about the MLS. So it's interesting. We still have a lot of promotion to do about the league. It is the major league of, you know, the major league in soccer in North America, and great caliber. I think the first thing I heard after the first game was, wow, that's not the same caliber that we're used to see in Montreal. So people didn't know that, didn't realize that to that point. So I think the second year is going to be much more, much easier. 2012 was quite something.
One last question: when the new stadium opens, do you see any opportunity for that stadium being used for anything other than soccer down the line?
We're going to be careful on that. We've looked at it very closely, especially with other stadiums in the States, where, quite frankly, many stadiums do that. But when they do have other events than soccer, it's because they're really well equipped and they've invested a lot in the infrastructure. You cannot just, for example, we have grass, natural grass on the field. So if we want to do a concert, we have to protect it. It's costly to protect it. So if we do other events, we'll be very, very careful, because our priority, our very first priority is soccer. It's a soccer-specific stadium. We want, you know, the field to be perfect for our teams and for the visiting team. So before we do anything there, we'll be very, very careful. Probably feasible, but I wouldn't say that that would be something very, very frequent.
All right, Richard. Thanks very much, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.